The date filter parameters in AngularJS is a little bit different, but however, it's a very interesting thing to study and to move accordingly. So as we can see that these are some date filter parameters as been specified right over here, like this YYYY formation, that means the 4-digit representation of an year. Then comes this double Y, which means the 2-digit representation of year, padded 00 to 99, and these sort of things. So each of them has separate set of work, and we can see that there's practically a abbreviated representation of all of them. So either we may make usage of this format right over here, or we are free to make usage of these shorthand presentations like this medium, which is equivalent to this format. As we can see right over here, this is the full date. So some of them will be discussed in this individual tutorial, this particular tutorial. I hope you guys have followed the last 2 video tutorials where I had a discussion on the filters used in AngularJS. This is a continuation video on filters. Stay tuned. Now, in an order to do so, the first thing that we are going to do, we will be creating another separate information right over here, which is the date. Sorry, it's not date. I won't be using it. Instead, we will be using, carefully, we will be just avoiding the term date here because in JavaScript we know that date is used. It is a function name which has been used in JavaScript. So we won't be naming our variable or parameters in an accordance to them. Now, first of all, we will be seeing 2 different kind of date input. Like in this particular case, we will be using this new date. As I had told you previously, that date is practically the function name which has been used in JavaScript. So that is why we had carefully avoided usage of the name date anywhere. Now in this particular case, first of all, let's put it this way, 2021. Let the month be 12th and let the date be for say 21. So this is the first thing. Press Ctrl S. As you can see that in the first case I have made input of this year here. Then comes the month, which is December. Then comes the day, the 21st December of year. I'm sorry, I will be changing it into something different like this, 2008. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this thing and here I am pasting it, and instead of 2008 I'll be using this 2007. Instead of 12 I will be using here 08, and instead of 21 I will be using some separate day like this 11th. So 11th August 2007. And in the next case, we will be using something different here, like 2006. Next comes the March, and instead of 11, we will be putting here for say 07. So 7th March 2006. Now press Ctrl S, and here into this index.html we will be now creating another header here, th. We will be naming it as assessment date. Now in the next case we will be now copying this column here, first paste it. Now let's head back to custom script, and here we will be copying this parameter name from here. We will be pasting it right over here. So the point is, remove this number 1. We don't have a need of it. So all it is going to do it from this footballer against which we had practically stored the information field that we had created so far. From this set of information field, the assessment moment will be fetched and will be displayed into our view section. This is the main purpose. So press Ctrl S and now let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this will be the result if we do not make usage of any kind of filter, date filter into our project, and this is evitable. So let's use some date filter here. And in this particular case, we will be making usage of a date filter. Now we are inputting some format. We need to input some format. Like as I had said you that this is the format. So in case of year, we wish the 4-digit format of the year. Next comes the month. For this month and for the day, we will be choosing the 2-digit presentation for the month and for the day. So this is what we are exactly going to do here. In the first case, I am using this double D to represent the day. Next comes the double-digit presentation of month. And in the last case, I will be using this 4-digit presentation of year. So press Ctrl S. Now let's head back to our project and reload. And we can see that the result comes out, but this is not in an accordance that we wish. As if you have carefully noticed that for this year, it is now enhanced to 2009. The date remains intact, but the month changes to January and the year changes to 2009. In actuality, the intention was to make 21st December 2008. But instead of this definite presentation, all we are getting here 21st January 2009. This is due to the fact that in some particular cases, the zero indexing does matter. So it really depends upon the indexing of the calendar that we are using while displaying our records. Here, the day is not changed, but the month is changed. So it is practically counting the next month instead of the current month that you had made input into your project. So the first remedy is instead of 12, you may make usage of this 11 here. So if we press Ctrl S, now let's see what is happening. Reload, and you can see that immediately everything is restored into its proper value, which should be displayed in this particular order. But this is not helpful in each and every cases.